Large crowds descended into central London to witness the coronation of the king, but did the celebrations continue online? The Sky News data and forensics team has been monitoring social media throughout the day to gauge what the sentiment was online about the ceremony and the new king. The terms King Charles and coronation were posted online a combined 1.8 million times and were trending all day. This is based on analysis by Talkwalker, an application that also measures the sentiment of chatter online. However, it doesn't include meta products such as Facebook or Instagram. In the United Kingdom, 37% of posts about King Charles were positive and only 13% negative. There were slightly more negative posts related to the coronation, with 35% positive against 25% negative. Almost 9 in 10, 87%, posts about the coronation in the UK came from England, with around 60% of those being made from London. Sentiment varied across the 4 nations of the Union. In Scotland, the net sentiment, the difference between the percentage of positive or negative posts, was -14%. A lot of the most engaged posts online were related to Scottish independence. It should be noted that this is simply a snapshot of things shared publicly online today, not opinion polling. The king wasn't the only member of the royal family to be viewed favourably online. About a third of the posts made about Queen Camilla, the Prince and Princess of Wales, and Princess Anne were positive. There was a large proportion of negative posts about Prince Andrew. He stepped down from public duties in 2020 following a TV interview over his friendship with convicted paedophile Jeffrey Epstein. Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, was also subject to a large amount of negativity, with many posts referring to her absence from the coronation. A different way to visualize the chatter online today is this word cloud of terms associated with the term coronation. Predictably, names and titles of members of the royal family can be seen, but also terms like anti and protesters in reference to a number of protests that occurred. Protests continued online. One of the most viral moments earlier today were the images of anti-monarchist protesters from the group Republic being arrested. This tweet alone had been viewed more than 6.6 million times. Republic's Twitter account @RepublicStaff was tagged in around 56,000 tweets due to the protests and arrests. 64% of the tweets were analysed as being negative. However, it appears that a lot of the negativity in the posts was directed at the Metropolitan Police rather than the group themselves. 44 of the 50 most engaged with tweets criticised the police's actions rather than Republic's. Anti-monarchist hashtags "Not My King" and "Abolish the Monarchy" were used a combined 63,000 times by people online in the United Kingdom. The use of "Not My King" peaked between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m. as the king made his way to Westminster Abbey. Views from around the world. Reaction wasn't just limited to the United Kingdom. Across some Commonwealth countries, such as Canada, sentiment online towards the coronation was similar to the UK. However, there was a dramatically smaller proportion of positive posts about King Charles in Jamaica. This comes after Sky News revealed that the coronation had accelerated plans by the Jamaican government to hold a referendum on being a republic. Ukraine's foreign ministry referred to the blue and gold colour scheme used inside Westminster Abbey, which many online took to be a nod to the country's flag. This hasn't been confirmed, and the colours are already generally associated with the coronation. Many have also suggested that the outfits worn by Jill Biden and her granddaughter were a subtle nod to Ukraine. Moments that captured the internet's attention. It wasn't just the king that was in the spotlight. A few other guests caught the attention of the internet, including Penny Mordaunt, who impressed viewers in her role carrying the sword of the state as Lord President of the King's Privy Council. Many people were waiting for one of the royal children to make a cheeky gesture or expression to the cameras. In this respect, they were to be disappointed, with many complaining that the children were well behaved. Each of the Prince and Princess of Wales' children were praised online, and only around 2% of almost 30,000 posts from the UK about them were negative.